Welcome to FreestyleForum.net's featured Freestyler. I'm your host, Heru418. This is our first ever installment of Featured Freestyle, and it only makes sense to do our first ever episode on the 2009 World Cup champ, the man with the impronounceable last name, Chez. Matt's style is a blend of top speed, technical moves, and insane aerials. It has been said that his chucks seem to orbit around him with no influence. And for those who have witnessed Matt spin, it is easy to see why someone would think this. Matt is a waterfall, explosive but smooth as hell. What makes Matt a true asset to the Nunchaku community is his willingness to teach others and to give help when asked. When I was first starting out, I would ask Matt all kinds of questions and he never failed to respond with helpful answers. I was able to interview our champ about both his freestyle and himself. So without further ado, here is our first ever featured freestyler, Chez. How did you get your start in freestyle, and when?
Well, technically I didn't get a start in freestyle. I just got a pair of chucks with my uncle one day and just started getting mental with them. And that was about it really. Just practiced, got addicted to it, carried on, got better. And here I am now really.
What influences do you have?
Influences? I'd say Freestyle Forum, everyone there really. I mean, I know some people don't post a lot of videos, I've only seen a few of their videos, and I know there's a lot to get through, so I know you can't expect to watch everybody's video, but when I do manage to catch them, there's quite a lot of stuff, and it seems to appear out of nowhere. I think I've actually figured out so many moves, and then I watch somebody else's video and think, shit, they're fucking progressing really quickly, so I basically retreat from that, practice my ass off for about 2 days, go back to it, and repeat the process really. So I think without Freestyle Forum I wouldn't have got as good as I am now. Not from direct learning, but just as like forcing me to up my game really. I think that's my main influence.
So Chez, what makes you want to progress?
I'd say there's a few things actually. One of the main things is spreading it around, because I see people who've got nothing to do basically. They're sat about all day just getting wrecked or playing computer games, and you introduce them to 2 sticks and a piece of string and they automatically get addicted to it. You come back a couple of days later, they've learned about 50 new tricks, and that to me, the better I can get, the better I can teach other people, and I think that's a good thing. So yeah, that's what makes me want to progress, just making other people learn. So buzz off it.
What up-and-comers do you think have the most potential?
It's a bit hard to say. If I had to pick one at the moment, the person I'm watching most is Sean, because he's got a sort of unique style. I see other elements of other people's freestyles in his, but I know he was sort of self-taught for the first few years, so you can see a lot of individuality in there, and his progression is quite good at the moment. So yeah, I'd say Sean for now. But saying that, there is a lot of people that I can't really think of right now, but there's a lot of people, and every time I see new videos you can see improvement with everyone. So yeah, I see everyone's improving quite quickly. But yeah, Sean at the moment, definitely. That's the person I'd choose.
Matt, what was it like to win the World Cup?
What was it like? Well, pretty cool. I know I worked really hard on this one this year, and most of the time I sort of say, oh yeah, I'll do it later, and I sort of end up getting around to it for the last 6 or 7 hours, and I'll just whack something together. But that was a full training day session for that. I had to plan out a lot of routines. A lot of it wasn't actually on camera, but most of it was like repeated clips. I'd do a perfect routine, but I didn't like it, so I'd have to retry it. But with all the work that I put into it, actually winning it is a really satisfying feeling. So I mean, I had to beat like, it was around 60 people. So yeah, I mean, so I'm not even professional. I'm gonna be going about 4 or 5 years now. So yeah, really good feeling.
What are the keys to your success?
Should I tell you? Don't know. I wouldn't say there's any secrets. I've been pretty clear about how I've got to the level I have now, and it's just practice. You just got to keep practicing, and basically if you don't practice you won't get any better, as simple as that. But I say the main tips I could give you to actually progressing is gradually work your way up weight wise with the chucks. Don't stick with lightweight nunchucks all the time, but gradually, like once you plateau, once you get so fast you can't really seem to get any faster than that, move up a weight size by like 50 grams a time, and you'll notice at first you're a bit sluggish, a bit slow, but then eventually after about maybe a week, even a few days sometimes, you'll find that you're going as fast as you used to be. And I find more momentum is the key to being able to do a faster, smoother flowing routine with more variety. So yeah, keep building your weight of your chucks up, practice every day, and don't be afraid to do what other people aren't doing. So yeah, that's it.
What style do you admire besides your own, of course?
Well, anybody's style. Anybody who can do stuff that I can't do, I find impressive. Even people doing stuff that I can do, and I know how hard it is, I find it impressive as well that people have actually gone to the lengths to learn it. So it's hard to actually pin one person down on that, say who do I admire most, but the people I actually respect most at the moment is Yeti, because he is, I think out of everybody, he's made me train a lot harder, because I sort of see his videos and it worries me that if I don't keep practicing I'm going to fall behind quite badly. So yeah, yay, without a doubt, yay.
Where do you see freestyle in 5 years?
There's 3 possible avenues that I can see in freestyle in the next 5 years. I think the one I least hope to happen is that it'll die out and fade into obscurity and go really underground. People think it will grow gradually. That's the second choice. But the third one, I see it becoming incredibly popular. Like, I don't know if you've ever seen the film Lords of Dogtown. So if not, you should watch that. But I think that's the exact same thing that's going to happen to freestyle. It's basically, it'll start in obscurity, it'll last quite a few years where nobody's really practicing it, and they'll just think, oh yeah, it's very interesting, it's a nice little sport, but no one will take it too seriously. But then I reckon at some point it will probably explode and people will gain interest very quickly in it. But to do that we need to legalise chucks for a start, because as long as they're illegal it will remain underground, and a lot of places they might not be illegal but they're discouraged, and if you get caught with them the police don't understand that you're trying to do freestyle and not weapons. So, and that's really hard to convince them that you're not going to smash somebody's head in. So, but if we can do that, if legalisation happens, then it will grow. It might even become an Olympic sport, might be nationalised on TV, that sort of stuff, and that's what I hope will happen. But yeah, I think that'll probably take at least 5 years minimum.
What tournament do you enjoy the most? The World Cup or the Chuck Off?
Honestly, I like all the competitions. Anything that gives me a chance to put a new video out, push my skills, is brilliant. But if I had to choose, I'd say the Chuck Off, purely because it's more skill based and less video editing. I know a lot of people do rely on the video editing skills, and I think I'm a bit biased because I mean I've got a crappy webcam in this room. That's the only sort of resources I've got to use at the moment. But I prefer it just because it's purely skill based. So I've seen a lot of people lose out. Like the World Cup, I saw quite a few people that didn't get as far as I thought they would. And even if they didn't have amazing video editing, I've seen some skills in there that were ousted by people who were using a lot more like visual work rather than actual skill. And that sort of that annoys me a bit. I don't know, a lot of people, they do enjoy watching the videos, so yeah, that's fair enough, you can do that if you like it, but I'd say mainly, yeah, the Chuck Off, just because of skill really.